So I was just going to show what dry mix I've been making. I started making dry mix because I was looking for a way to keep red mites down, knowing that the bins were going to have to come in the house for the winter. Here in Nashville, it's just starting to get down in the 30s at night. It's mid-November. And so I started, the very first video I looked at, just because that's what came up in Google search, was for the Crazy Worm Lady, and it was about keeping red mites down. And she showed how to bait them out with like cantaloupe skins. So I bought a cantaloupe that's actually now I think gone bad in my refrigerator because my kids don't really like cantaloupe. So eventually that's probably just going to be worm food. But what I have here are Neem Leaves powder, which is what I bought because the bag was $10, and I thought instead of $30 for a neem cake, I thought that would be a great way to start. Then I have a whole bunch of Diatomaceous Earth, and then this is Kelp, and I can link these products down below, but I just pulled them the idea of what to buy from the Crazy Worm Ladies list. And then these are ground eggshell. And then this container is what I've been putting the mix into. So I'm just going to see how many eggshells I have and then make add that much to the whole mix and go from there. I don't know if you can see it, but there was quite a bit of dust that came up when I opened the eggshell. I've kind of learned to do that outside. Yeah, you can see it floating right now. Okay, so this made about half a cup, not quite half a cup. So that's about how much of each of the next ingredients that I'll go ahead and use. Okay, so I had almost a half a cup of eggshells. I went ahead and did about a half a cup of the kelp. I'm going to add it to this. And then I'm going to do half a cup of the other two and mix it all together. This Neem Leaves powder is about the same consistency as the Diatomaceous Earth. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Okay, I'm almost at the top, so I'm hoping I'm going to fit the Diatomaceous Earth in there. I had not completely finished up what I had made up probably a month ago, so we'll see what happens. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to see if I can get this half a cup of Diatomaceous Earth to fit in here. And I've just learned to do everything outside that I can because keeping worms just seems to be messy, or I'm messy, and especially when I'm trying to film. I just noticed that once I mixed the four together, it almost looks like some sort of Talenti gelato. This was originally black raspberry chocolate chip, and now it is a egg, neem, Diatomaceous Earth, and some Kelp Meal. So it's a worm powder gelato now. And then, not that it's that exciting to watch, but I just start shaking it. And you can see it's already mixing really well. And there, I've shaken it for 30 seconds. It's all mixed into one color and looks pretty good. So I just opened it up. I just want to show that it's not quite as mixed on the middle inside, but it's good enough, and I can shake it once I get a scoop or two out of here. I think it'll be fine. So now I kind of know that this holds 2 cups of powder with room to mix. I had a little bit left over from the last time, and that kind of pushed us over the edge. But overall, it looks really good. This is what it looks like when I've opened it up the second time, and now I'm just looking to see, and now it's still a little not mixed as well in the center, but that's okay. It'll mix over time. I'll get a scoop or two out of here and it'll finish mixing all completely. I love little scoops. This happens to be one that came out of Athletic Greens, which I get sometimes, and it is a 20cc scoop. I liked it because it's small enough to fit inside the gelato container when it's full, and that's why I picked it out of the collection of them that I have in the drawer. And like I said, I try to do everything outside because, holy cow, I made a mess doing that. But this is my container of either things to keep worm stuff in or what's going to be future bedding. So I'm just going to shake all this off. And actually, it should do some pretty good job at bug control and keeping anybody out of these bins since they're sitting outside.